to my today's live. We are 3 weeks into the new government of the United Kingdom, and in those 3 weeks, a lot, and I mean a lot, has happened. A lot of announcements have been made with regards to overseas migration, illegal migration. We have gone to the extent of even having 7 PMs in the United Kingdom being suspended by the new Prime Minister, which means a lot has been going on here in the United Kingdom. And in today's video, because a lot of people keep on asking, can you give us an update on what is going on and stuff like that, I'm going to be sharing with you what has happened so far in the past 3 weeks that we have had the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I'm going to start by talking about, we always talk of legal and illegal migration to the United Kingdom. So maybe let me start talking about the illegal migration, which is a lot of people were outraged by the announcement from the Prime Minister, because we know that when he came into power, he was being asked how he was going to tackle legal migration and all that. So the first announcement that he did last week was that for him to tackle illegal migration, it has to be tackled at the source. What do I mean by tackling illegal migration at the source? I mean, for example, in Africa, he has actually pledged 84 million pounds to Africa as well as the Middle East and stuff like that, meaning that he has pledged that he's going to give 84 million to the source, meaning the people who are actually migrating from overseas. He's going to be offering them money, not just going to be offering them, because he's already pledged 84 million. And a lot of people in the United Kingdom are not happy about that pledge, because they believe that charity begins at home. Guys, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me, just send a hi so that I know that you can hear me. I don't want to be talking to myself. If you can hear me, just say good morning to me, guys. So as I was saying, yeah, good morning, I can see you. Thank you for greeting me. So as I was saying, guys, a lot of British people actually believe that charity should begin at home. Instead of money being channeled to people who are in Africa or people who are overseas, money should be channeled into the United Kingdom. Because if you're looking at the United Kingdom, if you know, I don't know whether you know about the child benefit. They talk of the child benefit, where there is a child benefit cap, where they say, most of us, when we come from overseas, we don't have what is referred to as child benefit. But here in the United Kingdom, there's what is referred to as child benefit, meaning if you have child number one, you get some funds from the government which are going to help you to take care of your children. Child number two, but then there's a cap. You cannot take care, cannot be given child benefit for child number three, number four, and so forth and so on. So the United Kingdom feels as if the new Prime Minister is not taking care of children who are under poverty, because they are said to be experiencing poverty. He's not tackling child poverty, and because he's not tackling child poverty, where does he get the 84 million to give to people who are overseas and not tackle the problems which are here in the UK, because they believe charity should begin at home. Not only that, just yesterday, because you know that there was what you call this Brexit, which happened, meaning that the United Kingdom has, like, they took themselves out of the European Union. However, yesterday there was an announcement, it's even being spoken today, that the Prime Minister actually now wants to have a youth mobility program. Youth mobility program, it enables people to come from overseas, and the country, in specifically the country which has been considered so far is Spain, where they are considering having free movement of youth from Spain into the United Kingdom. So a lot of these things are causing frustration to people who are here in the United Kingdom. And in my opinion, I don't know what you think, because me, I'm African. I know what happens when you give. Can you imagine giving 84 million pounds to African leaders. Do you think that 84 million being given to African leaders is going to, one, because they're saying one is going to create opportunities for people who are overseas so that it stops them from coming into UK illegally. Two, they're going to have projects, like they're going to send people to school, they're going to have projects, whatever amount of money they're going to do, whatever project, so that people do not come to overseas. So how much money, in your opinion, if you are an African and if you know what African leaders are like, do you think the 84 million is going to benefit people who are in Africa in any way? And also, do you think that it's going to stop people from coming from overseas using their boats into the United Kingdom? In my opinion, because I'm entitled to my opinion, guys, I don't know, but I don't think it's going to work, because as far as I know, we've been getting funds from time immemorial in Africa. Most of the African countries have been getting funds from overseas from time immemorial. But most of the time, the funds are not disseminated to people who are on the ground. They buy themselves luxurious vehicles. They take care of themselves. They take care of their families. You know, the people that I'm talking about, the leaders who are in Africa and stuff like that. So it's not going to work. I don't think it's going to work. But that's my opinion. You can let me know what your opinion is. But in my opinion, it's not going to work. And then, guys, a few days ago, 5 days ago, they've since launched, because they want to stop the reliance of people from overseas. They've since launched a program, and this program is actually called Skills England, because a lot of people have been asking that, and now that we have the new government, is the recruitment from overseas actually going to continue? Because a lot of people want to relocate to UK, from overseas. So they've actually launched a new program which is called Skills England, and this new Skills England is supposed to stop people from recruiting from overseas. How? They want to identify the skills which are needed here in the UK, be it the construction skills, be it the carers, be it the nurses, be it the engineers, whatever skills. The first port of call that are going to do is identify skills which are needed here in UK, and through this Skills England program, they're going to start training people in every area, whether it's construction, whether it's what. If you've got any questions, guys, please do drop them here, because I'm just doing this short video because I haven't seen you in a long time. I've disappeared. I disappeared for a while, which is necessary at times, because you do need a break at times. So if you have any questions, please be dropping them. So what they're basically saying, guys, is with effect from 5 days ago, the Skills England program that they've launched is a way of starting to stop the reliance of overseas workers. The UK wants to do away with the reliance of overseas workers, which means they want to stop the recruitment. I don't think it's going to be effective anyway, but they want to stop the recruitment of people from overseas. But me, guys, I'm really confused. I don't know about you, because me, it's really confusing me. 1 minute, they want to stop the recruitment from overseas. They want to stop the reliance from overseas. At the same time, just yesterday, it was announced in the Telegraph that the Prime Minister is actually discussing with other countries to enable youth to freely move within the United Kingdom to other European countries. What that basically means is they're not going to, because we already have a youth mobility skills. I don't know whether you know about the youth mobility skill, where the UK has agreed with 13 countries, different countries, that people can come from their countries and they can come whether to study in the UK, they can come to to work in the UK, but for a certain period of time. However, the difference between the youth mobility scheme, which they are currently discussing with Spain, the difference between the two is that this one does not need, the new program that they're discussing does not need one to have a visa for them to be able to come to UK. That's one. It also does not need one to have it does not need one to have a proof of funds, because if you look at the youth mobility program, which allows these 13 other countries to come to the UK, You need to have proof of funds. In addition to having proof of funds, you also need to have, what you call this, you also need to have a visa. You need to apply for a visa. But this scheme that they are talking about, the new one, the individuals will not need a visa. There's free movement. One, they will not need a visa to come to the UK. You can just come to the UK as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. Secondly, you won't need to have a proof of funds in your bank account so that you come to the United Kingdom. So in your opinion, don't you think that it's another way of increasing migration into the United Kingdom? Allowing people to have free movement in and out of UK. To me, it's another way of increasing migration to the United Kingdom. I don't know what you think, guys. Rejoice says he must keep his money and forget about giving. Zimbabweans especially. Well, I don't know whether he should keep his money. I don't know. Maybe it's going to benefit one person, one individual, and so forth and so on. I really don't know, guys, but I agree with you. In my opinion, it's not going to work. The 84 million is going to go to waste again, because, guys, already 300 million has been wasted. Remember, they wanted to send people to Rwanda and all that. 300 million has already been wasted so far. Now they forked out another 84 million, which is also going to go down the drain, in my opinion, because in as much as they are trying to stop people from coming from overseas, it's not going to work. That's my opinion. Right. So for those who are overseas and wanting to migrate to UK, guys, this is the reality on the ground. This is what is happening in the United Kingdom. In simpler terms, if I'm to say, hi, Michael. In simpler terms, if I'm to say, I can simply say that I don't know what to say, whether to say the United Kingdom does not want people from overseas, or the United Kingdom wants people from overseas. Because if you don't want people from overseas, you would not be discussing with another European country to what? To have a freedom of movement scheme where you enable people from overseas to also come into the United Kingdom to go to school, to go for education, even if they are going for 4 years and so forth and so on. What guarantee is there that if they come to the United Kingdom, they are going to go back to their countries after 3, 4, 5 years? So we are just waiting for the update. This is something which is currently being discussed. So we're waiting for an update. Because they said the new prime minister he was actually seemed to be welcoming this new idea of people moving in from this European country to the United Kingdom freely, freedom of movement, without a visa, without a proof of funds, and so forth and so on. We're hoping that in the future something will come up. Thanks very much for the video. Too much confusion is happening in the UK and the world. Only God knows. We trust. Even myself, guys, that's the honest truth. Even myself here, I am also very confused. Because one day I'll look at this information and say, okay, I'm going to come and share this information. Then tomorrow there's something which is conflicting with what was announced today. Then tomorrow there's another issue which has been announced, which is conflicting with. So there's a lot of confusion happening here in the United Kingdom. We can only take each day as it comes. And then when it comes to the issue of child benefit, I don't know, guys, what do you think of this issue of child? I know it doesn't affect you who is overseas, but in your opinion, there is a cap which was put, guys, here in UK that people should not be given child benefit for child number 3, for child number 4, child number 5, and so forth and so on. My question is, as an individual, if you are giving birth to children, for example, should you not be in a position to be able to take care of your children? And if you're not in a position to be able to take care of your children, should you be having child number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 10, if you're not able to take care of them? Because the issue is children are now experiencing poverty because the government is not taking care of child number 3, number 4, number 5. But why are people having child number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 if they cannot afford to take care of them? because personally I wanted to have 9 children, right? But because I could not afford to take care of 9 children, so far I have 2 children, right? Should I be able to afford to take care of my 9 children, I will have more children. You understand? I don't know whether I understand my point. If I want to have my 9 children, I should work extra hard so that I'm able to provide for them. Unlike for me to say I'm going to have children, child number 3, number 4, number 5, up to number 9, and expect all of my children to be taken care of by the government. In my opinion, if just like I did myself, I wanted 9 children, but I could not take care of the 9 children. That's why I actually have what? That's why I actually have 2 children. But I still want the 9 children, but I can't afford them. So do you think this thing that no, they should lift the cap in UK so that they take care of more children here? Is it going to help in any way, or people are going to have more and more and more children who are going to suffer because they're not going to afford those children and rely on government funds, which are not very much at all anyway. They're not it's not a lot of money anyway. Someone says usually the youth mobility scheme works with quotas. It is not open-ended. Okay, I hope Zimbabwe is not benefiting from the 84 million. Okay, people usually discuss plans that at infancy stage. The policy aims go through a lot of consultation at the background, and certain views and findings are the final policy. Anyway, guys, I do understand what you're saying, but what happened is there are people who actually opposed. Do you know there are people who opposed this policy to say maybe the child cap should be not even people. I'm talking of prime ministers and not prime ministers, PMs, members of parliament, MPs, not PMs, MPs who actually oppose this to say they should lift the child cap. And then the new prime minister actually suspended the 7 MPs because they went against the government, which means in the new government that is there, you are supposed to be, cannot be under the Labour Party and not support them, because if you're not supporting them, you're simply saying that if you're not supporting them, it simply means that you are against them. So that's why the 7 members of parliament, even though people were not happy with that move, the 7 members of parliament were actually suspended. So you can see that in the 3 weeks, just 3 weeks, a lot has happened. And in this short video, because I wanted to make it a short video so that I show up, guys, I wanted to make it in this short video, guys. I cannot cover everything that has been discussed so far in the past 3 weeks. So this short video was to, just give you a small highlight on what is going on here in the United Kingdom, because on a daily basis I get asked about migration to UK. Are we still going to be able to come to UK and stuff like that? In the meantime, because whatever program is going to be put into place, even if they start training today, they're not going to be able to train people in a short space of time and replace nurses and replace carers and so forth and so on. They're only going to be able maybe after 2 years, maybe after 3 years, maybe after 1 year. In the meantime, as long as you are overseas and you want to come to the United Kingdom, as long as you are still under the shortage occupation list, which is now called the ISL immigration shortage list or something like that, you can still come to the United Kingdom in 2024. But we can all see how things are like in the United Kingdom at the present moment. So guys, if you have any questions, do drop them. This is just a short video that I wanted to come and share with you. I don't have much to say except for those few little things. I'm going to do other videos. Yeah, sending that money to Zimbabwe will definitely ending up saying, I know, guys. Anyway, I don't want to refer to people's countries, but I do understand everyone who's saying do not send money to this particular country, because sometimes experience is the teacher. We have seen in so many instances where money is sent, they say build a bridge, and then they are given 1 million or 7 million or 25 million, and then the bridge which is going to be built only costs £100,000, and that bridge collapses within 2 months or so forth and so forth and so on, and the rest of the money benefits those who are able to access the money. It benefits people who are there at the top. Very rarely do you get funds which are coming from outside really benefiting people. They only get a drop from those funds, just a drop, which doesn't go a long way. I missed you completely. Thank you, B. That's why I'm doing this short video, just to show up, because at times I'm sure you can see my eyes are very red. I'm coming from night shift. Sometimes I get very busy. Sometimes I've got a lot on my plate, guys. I don't want to start mentioning that, oh, I'm a single mother. I have to take care of my kids. I have to go to work. I have to do videos. I have to edit. I have to. That's why you see that most of the times I'm coming live, because life gets difficult at times. Life is very tough. We don't want to complain of our problems, but life can be very tough at times. That's why I end up not posting videos, but doesn't mean that I forget completely about you guys. I always come and show up one way or the other. 95 watching only. Okay. May you kindly like the video, guys. Saying that people watching but they are not liking the video. If you like the content that I come and share on this channel, may you kindly like the video, and may you also share the video with those who are interested in relocating to overseas. Popo, I lost out on MMA, so which other companies are giving full sponsorship? What do you mean you lost out on MMA, guys? This past week I received a lot of emails from people. We are talking about people had already gotten jobs with MMA healthcare. Let me say they'd gotten job offers with MMA healthcare recruitment. However, they were waiting for their certificate of sponsorship. However, sometime this week, this is what has been happening in the United Kingdom. Sometime this week, a lot of companies. So if you are waiting for a certificate of sponsorship, it might happen to you. A lot of companies withdrew the offer letters because they said they cannot be waiting for people who are overseas. They've been waiting for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, now 8 months, waiting for the Home Office to actually issue the COS to people who are overseas, and they were not able to issue the COS to people who are overseas. And because of that reason, many companies, I'm talking of MMA healthcare recruitment because I know a lot of people reached out to me. Many companies have actually withdrew the offer letters. So if you are overseas and you're waiting for a certificate of sponsorship, remember, I always say that waiting for a certificate of sponsorship doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to get the certificate of sponsorship. So for those who are waiting for a certificate of sponsorship, it's a 50-50 chance that you might get the COS or you might not get the certificate of sponsorship, because a lot of companies, they are, if you're a company and you're hiring from overseas, you are wanting people to come and work in your organization, and waiting for 5, 6, 7, 10 months, they end up losing their patience because work is not moving. If you are not coming in to fill in the vacant positions which are here in the United Kingdom, it simply means that they are constantly relying on agency workers, and as they are relying on agency workers, it simply means that they are paying a lot of money. So that's why they've ended up withdrawing offers from people who are overseas. It's devastating because I remember someone was saying to me, they've withdrawn the offer. They are no longer going to issue the certificate of sponsorship, and my IELTS is expiring in 2 months' time. And another one saying their IELTS is actually expiring in August. So you can imagine, after having been waited for a certificate of sponsorship for 8 months, then suddenly they tell you that unfortunately the companies are now withdrawing. So this is what is happening, or the reality on the ground. The doctor, what is your problem? The doctor, I'm not even going to respond to you because you are just doing my head away, and I don't have time for that. Rachel says, I waited for my COS. I am the one who sent an email. My offer letter has been withdrawn after 1 year, Popo. Rachel, I can assure you, you are not the only one who has actually sent me an email. I've actually received quite a number of emails with people, because some people have been waiting. It's like you're saying you've been waiting for 1 year. I know some individuals say they've been waiting for 8 months. Some have been waiting for 7 months. And for you, if you've been waiting for 1 year, I am very sorry to hear about that, because it's actually really devastating to wait for the whole year. And after waiting for the whole year, you are just told that you can no longer come to the United Kingdom because they have withdrawn your offer letter. Even my own relative, like my cousin, she also had her offer letter withdrawn because of the waiting for all, and there is nothing that you can do, because the recruitment agency does not control the companies. The recruitment agency only brings people to the companies. Like, they only bring people to say you can go and work for this company or go and work for that company. But if the company decides, while you're waiting for a COS, that okay, those 20 people that you got for us, we are tired of waiting for them, nothing is materializing, we are withdrawing the offers. That is the reality on the ground. There's nothing that they can do. Painful as it is, there's nothing that they can do. Hello, Popo. I now have a dependent visa. I recently graduated in Poland. Do you have any idea what I do next after NMC registration? Which country do you come from? After NMC registration, you need to, I'll tell you what, make sure that if you are from overseas, because there are people who I now have a dependent visa. I recently graduated. Okay, you are already here in the United Kingdom. If you are already here in the United Kingdom, if you have a dependent visa, you now need to write your IELTS. What I do next after NMC registration? Now, if you have managed to get your NMC registration, all you need to do, what I have to ask you is, have you written you don't need CPT if you have actually studied in Poland. Have you written your IELTS? If not, you need to write your IELTS, and then after your registration with NMC, you can now start looking for a job within the United Kingdom, because you bypass, if you are in Poland, you bypass, you don't have to do the CPT and stuff like that. You can actually look for a job. Better still, you can use a recruitment agency to look for a job here in the UK. So if you want to use a recruitment agency, do email me, then I'll hook you up with a recruitment agency which can get you a job here in the United Kingdom. Admire Musiwa, too much fear mongering from these channels. If you want to have fear, if you want to be afraid, that is your own choice, because as we don't come and blabber, we only come and share with you what is documented in black and white, what is said in black and white. The things that we come and share here, we do not dream them. All the information, that's why we leave the links in the description box, so that you go and read for yourself. It's up to you to choose to be afraid or to appreciate the information and make informed decisions. So if you choose to be afraid, that's your choice. But if you choose to make an informed decision, that's your other choice as well. So you choose to be afraid, that's fine. Other people choose to make an informed decision using the information that we share here. I'm locked in a wood. There's an individual who's saying I'm locked in a wood. I don't know how. What do you mean you're locked in a wood? I don't know how I can help you. Popo Uganda does not offer degree in nursing midwifery, but a certificate. Is it possible to register with NMC? The important thing is how many years is your certificate? I don't know if there's a certificate or a diploma, because nurses who come from Zimbabwe, they don't have degrees, in case you didn't know, because their training is they get a diploma for their training, and their training is actually equivalent to degrees here in the United Kingdom. So it will depend how many years training is your certificate. Is it more than 2 years? Because here in UK it has to be more than 2 years. For example, if you are coming from any other country, it has to be more than 2 years. If it's not more than 2 years, they're not going to take that certificate. But if your certificate is more than 2 years and it is comparable, because the nurses in Zimbabwe, they get diplomas, but the diplomas, they're not even comparable. They are way above the degrees that they have here in the United Kingdom. The information that they learn is they learn a lot of things compared to the degree in the United Kingdom. That's why they're able to take them from Zimbabwe despite having diplomas, because their diplomas are a cut above the rest. You understand? Brett Johnson, I'd rather stay in like Lagos than migrate to third world Britain. No, actually, Britain is not third world, my darling. Lagos is third world. So if you want to remain in Lagos third world, that is your choice, because each and every individual is free to make their own choices. You understand? No one is forced to migrate to overseas. You weigh the pros and cons. What are the advantages of relocating to the United Kingdom? I don't want to start telling you the advantages of relocating to the United Kingdom, but I can definitely tell you that the United Kingdom is far better than Lagos, my darling. It's far better than Lagos. You know what has been happening. Remember what happened to the students from Nigeria here in the United Kingdom. Because of the inflation rate which is in Nigeria, things are bad in Nigeria. Things are bad in most African countries. Their money was wiped off by inflation. The naira compared to the pound, it was wiped off by inflation, and people were not able to pay for their fees, and they had to be deported from the United Kingdom. Because of what? Because of the economic situation in Nigeria. So if you are happy with the economic situation, stay there. But if I tell you, most of the Nigerians are the ones who are migrating to overseas because they are not happy with the economic situation in Nigeria. A lot of people, because I come and share videos, a lot of people have moved to Luxembourg, who have moved to Germany, they are all from Nigeria, the majority of them, because they are not happy with the economic situation in Nigeria. A lot of people that you see moving from their countries, it's not like we're chased from our countries. If our countries were fine as countries, like we had everything, the economic situation was stable and everything, believe you me, we would not relocate to overseas. But because of the economic situation whereby you go to work, because I know how much, for example, the nurses in Nigeria, I know how much they're getting in Nigeria. They're getting less than 500 pounds. In Zimbabwe, they're getting less than 300 pounds and things like that. So if you are happy, for example, if you are happy getting 200 pounds compared to coming to UK and get 3,000 pounds per month or 2,500 pounds, by all means, stay in Nigeria and let those who are not happy move. No one forces anyone to move overseas. Correct, Popo. People sometimes believe in lies. If you tell them the truth, they hate on dishing the truth. Unfortunately, in this channel, I keep things real, guys. I don't come and sugarcoat things just to make you happy, because most of the time people want things to be sugar-coated so that it makes you happy. Me, I tell you the reality on the ground, and this is what the reality on the ground is. I don't come and lie to you. And whatever I say, there's always information documented in black and white to back it up. Hi, Phyllis Piri. How are you? How is Wakefield today? I hope you are having a good time. Thank you so much. We'll definitely email. This will be the second time I get direction from you. The information we got from you helped my wife get a job in 2022. Did you hear that, guys? The information that we came and shared here in 2022 helped the wife get a job in the United Kingdom. And because the wife got a job here in the United Kingdom, he is able to come to UK under the spousal visa. And once he's here in UK under the spousal visa, he wants a job here in the United Kingdom, I can easily hook him up with a recruitment agency which can actually get him a job in the United Kingdom. So in as much as we come here and some people are not happy, some people are actually benefiting from the information that we are sharing here on YouTube. Where can I contact you, Popo, for inquiries? If you look, there's an email. If you look at my page here on YouTube, I do have an email, because the unfortunate thing is I cannot type. Can I? Let me check if I can type. No, because me, I'm not good at technology, so I'll not mess with anything. Just check my email. I'm feeling dizzy now. Just check my email on my page there on my YouTube page, there's an email there, 2 emails. One is for inquiries and the other one is for collab. So if you use the email for inquiries, anyway, it's pauline.popo.moyo@gmail.com. pauline.popo.moyo@gmail.com. Where when you are a carer in the UK with COS, can you switch to a nanny housekeeper visa? As long as there is a visa which is going to offer you sponsorship, you can switch from one visa to the next. As long as one, you meet the eligibility criteria and they're going to offer you a visa, you can switch from one visa to the next. The important thing is you get a visa. So you can switch, you can change codes. It's just like someone switching from a carer visa maybe to a nursing visa or something of that sort. Yes, you can actually switch if you want to become a housekeeper or a nanny in the United Kingdom. All right. I don't know, guys. Can you help the person who's saying he's locked in the ward? I don't know how I can help them since they are locked in the ward. So guys, this is just a short one that I wanted to share with you. I just wanted to show up today and share something with you because I know I've not posted any videos like in the past 10 days or so, but just to let you know that I'm still here. And if you have information or you have videos that you want me to come and share with you, you can just drop them, drop whatever information you need in the comment section, then I'll come and share with you. Otherwise, this is just for showing up. Kindly share the recruitment agency. I'm a food technologist from Kenya. If you're from Kenya, unfortunately your country cannot use a recruitment agency because it's in red list or orange list or something of that sort. You cannot use a recruitment agency to come to UK. Guys, this is a short video that I wanted to share with you. I'm very tired. Now I'm going to sleep because I've just come from night shift. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, can you kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. I've taken enough break, and coming in August I'll be dropping videos back to back. You'll get tired of me. And if you haven't liked my video, may you kindly like my video and share it with those who are interested in relocating to overseas. Otherwise, this is the short video that I wanted to share with you. And thank you so much for always showing up. Even though I come on my lives unannounced, thank you so much for always showing up. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.